video review for Transformers Prime Wave 4 Deluxe. You know what? Let's just get on with it. It's Black Arachnia, or Arachnid, or whatever this helicopter is called. Now, I cannot do an entire video review without finding something good about a toy. I like to at least point out some flaw. These weapons are not it. But if you can take them off. I don't know why they attach them like this when you can attach them, kind of side like this, like they're weapons. You can kind of fold them back here so they're not so much in the way, and it kind of looks like detailing, and that's cool, but like this is dumb. Anyway, but that's not it. But it's kind of a sleek helicopter. So, I guess that's kind of a plus. It doesn't really look exactly like the helicopter in the show, but like, if you take off the weapons, it's very tiny, but it does vaguely resemble the shape of the helicopter on the show. And if you're really into such things, you can take this and you can spin it. And on to the negative part of the review. Here it is, helicopter. Now you can open this, and there's a little cockpit inside. There's a chair. There's the chair of stupidity in this cockpit, and you'll find out why in a minute. Opening cockpit. You'd think opening cockpit with a little chair inside. That's kind of clever. You would think that. So anyway, you just yank the helicopter propeller off. Just set that off to the side because you might want it later on. So you open up the cockpit, and you flip the nose in. So now you've got a noseless sardine. And then you come over here and you pull the sides out, and you pull them out like this. And you're looking at it, and you're thinking you can kind of see a feminine shape going on here. The arms have just folded out. It's great. This is not so bad so far. And you flip up these panels, and you pull them to the side, like that for some reason. And then you split the legs here. These were supposed to be folded up. It really doesn't matter, you'll find. Then you flip the toes down to make her feet, her heels there. And then you take this whole piece right here and slide it up, and her head pops up. You slide up until it clicks. Then the arms come out straight, like this. You can see there's giant holes in her hands. From where she was probably justifiably crucified at some point, would be my guess. But anyway. So yeah, there's that. And then you take this piece. Hold on. No, we're not done with you yet. And you take the helicopter blade, you flip this piece up and over, like that. And you bring these pieces up, and you bend them down like this. You bend this forward like this. Then you reattach it right back where it was in the first place, except now this piece can tab onto this peg to hold it in place, so she's kind of got some things sticking up over her shoulder. And she still doesn't want to stand up. The legs, they have ball joints. I have no idea why, because I mean, like you can do that. She's got hinged knees, no swivels. Her arms again have ball joints, and you get a little bit at least of bonus out of them. A couple hinge joints for the elbows. The giant stabby hands that have been punctured hands. This panel, I don't know why they didn't reverse this, so maybe this panel could be on the underside of her arm, but there's that. She does have a little Decepticon symbol molded into her chest. That's something. She can hold her weapons. You can use either one of the pegs, and it can peg into her hand, like that. You can peg them up here onto her shoulders. I don't know why you'd want to. She's really meant to just hold them in her hand like that. Stop the bleeding. They kind of look like spikes with claws around them. But yeah. Now what's sad is like they did actually make a prototype of a better Arachnid at one point, and I was going to bring that in to show it to you, but I was not able to convince my dog to take a dump before I left for work. So I'm sorry. I would have liked to have shown you what could have been. but I can't. Now here's the stupid part. She's got a ball jointed neck, and she can kind of valley girl it up because she can't turn it because the chair is the back of her head, and you can't unscrew it. You can unscrew it, but that's the back half of what holds her head onto the ball joint. So you can remove the chair easily without damaging your figure, but the only way to keep the head on is to glue it in place, which is the same thing. You could cut the chair off and maybe give her a little bit of movement, but really then her horns are just going to get in the way, and I don't know why they even bothered to put a joint there. I feel like the guy who designed this left his CAD program open, and then his mentally retarded cat got on the keyboard and did a little dance for him to get his attention, and while he was out of the room, hit send to the whatever the manufacturing company was, and this is how it ended up with this. She's great if you want, if you've got RC, who you know is her rival, and you just want to give RC a reason to just go medieval on somebody. She's great to have. And like I said, they make them sturdy these days. Kids play with these things, so you can do that over and over and over again. Now, I don't usually transform everything back to helicopter mode, or to, well, I don't transform anything back to helicopter mode, unless it's a helicopter, but back to vehicle mode. I'm going to show you why that really is the best thing to do in the scenario. Because you take her, you've looked at her, you've seen Black Arachnid, or I keep wanting to call her Black Arachnid, but Arachnid, we'll call her that. Let's turn her back into a helicopter here. You snap this back together. You slide this panel down so her head goes away. Move these panels kind of back up. Snap her legs back together. Everything's still going, right? Okay. Now fold up her toes. Peg her together. There's little pegs here on the back that peg up into these panels to hold them in place. Peg her together. Slide her arms back in and peg these panels in. Open up the cockpit. Flip out the nose. Actually, you don't have to reach in there. You can just push this panel right here, and the nose will flip out. And close the cockpit. You want to take this, straighten everything. Now, there are a couple little hooks that will hold these in place in helicopter mode. Flip this whole thing back over. Straighten out that. Then you've got the blades back, ready to go. And just plug it right in there. And there she's a helicopter again. And you can put her weapons on her. And then now there she is. She's a helicopter with shrimp claws, and you can spin this, and while it's spinning, you can pretend that you're Clarence Boddicker and be all, "Can you fly, Bobby?" I guess not, you giant piece.